Today, family, in my team gameplay featuring my katana pace motion attack with the one and only Epic Kai.
What the fuck was that? Dude, what is that? I only see it at the very last second. Why are you there? Oh! Bro, I don't see these cuts until way too late. Are you there? Oh! Is that what it is? Like, it's so hard to read. Oh, no, what the fuck?
Alright, so that was Kai's genuine reactions to the katana that he's seeing for the first time. I want to clarify that this is just a sparring game between me and Kai, not a wager. I was just getting him ready for his RTTP series because he hasn't played 2K for a while, so he's a little bit rusty, so I was trying to get him going. And because I was just testing it out of him, I decided to make this video and show you guys two ideal lineups that you can use for the katana pace motion attack that I'm teaching you today. And the one above you see with all the amethyst, that's obviously the more expensive lineup. But the one on the bottom is the more affordable gold lineup, and it does the same thing. Just remember though, on the top lineup, the katana is being featured on Kevin Durant, and on the bottom lineup, the katana is being featured for Paul George and Westbrook. And obviously, Draymond Green and Moments Karl Anthony Towns is perfect as a katana duo of bigs for this offense because they can both hit the free, so it doesn't matter which one pick and fades for you, right? So if you haven't learned the katana, make sure you watch the katana video, but I will be running the amethyst lineup against Kai's team, and Kevin Durant is gonna be our katana user. So as always, make sure you get the Rockets playbook because that's where the katana play is, and please family, play defense. I know this katana play is getting popular around, 2K World, and a lot of YouTubers, some of the YouTubers are using it, but you still gotta play defense, right? So you see here, I'm switching into the pace motion cuts, which is the best freelance for the katana. I have called the play for Durant here, and Kai is literally seeing this for the first time, so yeah, don't blame him, this is just gonna happen. If the guy doesn't know what's coming, you're always gonna get this dunk, okay? This dunk is guaranteed if the other guy does not know about the katana. But obviously, you still want to make sure it's a Rockets playbook because you see me, I'm calling on the plays because Kai is a solid 2K player, so he knows. If I keep calling the same thing, he's gonna know. So I'm mixing it up, I'm adding in the Fizz 1-4 horns with a modified katana. So you can also learn all of these plays in my money plays tutorials in the Houston playbook if you want to learn all of them. But yes, make sure you still play defense. Defense leads to easy transition baskets. The entire goal of this whole thing is to hide the katana. We want to run it, well, but you can't do it 24/7. You gotta hide it. That's why pace motion, the offensive strategy pace motion cuts is the best way to hide it. And since I haven't caught it in a while, I'm gonna call it again. So I'm bringing it with Curry. I'm gonna get the ball into Durant's hands, and I'm gonna call it again. And because I've been mixing it up, so Kai is thinking these might be middle pick and rolls, but they're not. I'm hiding it and using the katana. So make sure you keep this intention in mind as you're running this. And I know a lot of you has been asking for, my team gameplay or my team katana help. But this is what you want to do. Run the pace motion cuts. Make sure you have Draymond and Karl Anthony Towns. And if you don't, just make sure you have bigs that can shoot both of them. So you see on the bench, I had Maurice Spates and Channing Frye. So that's why you want to do that. And here I'm calling it again. Once again, the play before this was a pace motion middle pick and roll. So you see, this is messing him up. He's thinking, is this either going to be a pace motion pick and roll or is it going to be a katana? So once you realize too late, it's too late. Like, you need to realize this right away. Like, if it's a second too late, it's going to be done. So here I'm running the play as is, and I'm running the side flush. So that was the katana play, but instead of giving it to Durant to begin the play, I just had Curry started. So I'm just literally running the pick and fade on the side with Curry. Once again, keeping it mixed up. See, I'm bringing it with Curry. I'm handing it off to Durant. I'm going to call it again. I'm going to give it back to Curry. See, it looks like a middle pick and roll when Towns came up. I'm going to cut through. Great D by Kai there. By this time, he knows about the play. So I'm going to run the pick and fade. Anthony Towns can shoot, so it worked out, which opened up Kawhi. Bang, and he bang, bang, bang. So from my team point of view, really important to have both bigs that can shoot. Otherwise, not going to work. Make sure you sneak in some middle pick and rolls. Moments Karl Anthony Towns is insane in pace motion. That boy is way too fast. If you got a center that quick in pace motion and in katana, unstoppable. See, you see that again? When Towns came up, looked like a pick and roll. Wasn't a pick and roll. Kai thought it was a pick and roll. Worked out for me. Make sure you run pick and rolls between Durant and Towns throughout the course of a game. You want the other guy confused as heck. He's not gonna know, is it gonna be katana or is it gonna be a middle pick and roll? Alright, and like you can see, play defense. Defense, transition baskets. Please don't just use my money plays and not play defense. I mean, I have to admit, I gotta do a better job teaching you guys defense, and check out this nasty bounce pass. So coming up, I will have some more advanced defense tutorials later in the week. I gotta do a better job teaching you guys defense. I mean, a lot of you is running my offenses successfully, but I read the comments. Many of you are struggling with defense. To be honest, defense, I'm actually a stronger defender than I am as an offensive player from a team perspective. So I'll do a better job teaching you guys the defense with a couple of really good tutorials this week. And you see Kai is stopping the cut now, but see, he's gotta still get used to this pick and fade, and I go back to the corner. That's beautiful action. So eventually, no matter who you face, they're gonna get used to that initial cut. So do not forget that pick and fade on the side, on the wing, between the point guard and the power forward. And here, I'm just running a pick and fade with Durant at the top. Once again, mixing it up. All of these actions very deadly in pace motion cuts. So I think right now I'm gonna call it officially pace motion cuts better than Warriors motion for the katana. So make sure you stick with the katana. And you see here again, looks like a middle pick and roll, and Kai is playing it like it is, but it's not a middle pick and roll. I'm not gonna repeat myself again on this, but make sure you get that idea into your head. Make it look like a middle pick and roll, and run some middle pick and rolls, and then sneak in a katana. No one's gonna survive that. I mean, I probably can't even guard it, alright? And I invented this stuff. Yeah, that's a lie. I faced a couple of people wearing katana, I stopped it all. But you know, it's hiding. Here you see the cut didn't work, great D by Kai. But I'm gonna flow into the pick and fade, and because it's Anthony's town, his shot is a threat, open up space with Durant. Bam! That's why you want to run Durant and Paul George. You want to make sure the shooting guard, you call it katana for the shooting guard, and make it a versatile shooting guard that can shoot, drive, draw fouls, and it's got, you know, lanky body. Perfect type of player for katana. Durant, Paul George, DeRozan, I wish he had a free ball, but he can still work it out. And you see here, this is a legitimate middle pick and roll. Bang! Nasty pass by Draymond between Durant and Carl Anthony Towns. Sneak in that middle pick and roll, make it look like a katana, and mix it all up. So we're playing pretty solid. And in the fourth quarter, I decided to put in Paul George to take Durant's spot. So just so you guys can see, you don't need Durant. Like, Paul George has the right kind of plays too. I believe his pick and roll ball handler play is his first play. So you see, and Paul George got range too, right? So once again, perfect katana kind of player. So if you can't afford KD, do not worry about it. Pick up a regular gold Paul George. He can do this just as well. And you will see, I handing off to him. So if you see him in the corner, hand it off to him. And then call the play for Paul George. Kick it to your point guard, run around with George. See, he can deliver just as Durant can. So if you can't afford KD, don't sweat it. Pick up a Paul George, you'll be just fine. Paul George probably better than DeRozan though, because DeRozan's got no free ball. You see I'm running with Paul George again. And I got stuck, so Kai, and great D by Kai off ball, he knows. But Draymond is still there for the pop. So we go back to Draymond, size advantage. Great D by Kai, now we're gonna flush the sideline player, the third option of the play. So even though he defended it super well, the katana, always remember the katana is a free step player, right? That's not about that first cut. If the first cut is not there, forget about it. Run the other stuff. There's a pick and fade, there's a sideline flush, run it all. And here I'm calling the Quicks 3-1 CNR, the new play I showed you guys, straight to Curry on the back cut. Mix this one in too, because this one also kind of looks like a katana. In the end, we're able to pull out the victory. And you can see Durant is, yeah, great katana option, 12 for 15. And Kawhi also did great, so your small forward's also going to get some good looks in this. And Curry got 18 assists. So here's a shot chart, and you can see with the great in the inside, that's what the katana does. And it also opened a lot of corner free balls and some top of the wing free. So no mid-range necessary. Katana is all about free balls and paint points. And for those of you who enjoy watching the settings, here are the settings for you, just so you can see. I run the same kind of settings on my team, like nothing too different, but just, you know, a point of reference for you guys, because my team are usually super teams. And with a lot of shooting, so you can see Kai's got, I think, Diamond Curry, Kawhi, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis. So you can see later on what kind of settings I would use for those players. But like I said, Kai was just getting back to 2K, so he was a little bit rusty. But this is good for me because I can show you guys, like, you know, what kind of lineup you need to run it on my team, the specific players. So Dynamic Green is great, Moments Towns is great. If you don't have a lot of MT, Channing Frye and Spades is also, you know, completely usable. So is Paul George. Obviously, with the cheaper players, what you lose out is not so much the offense, but you lose out on the defensive end. So that's a different disadvantage you have to live with, because that's why they're cheaper, right? Two-way players are always more expensive. But your offense will be humming just fine with the katana, even with the goal lineup I showed you earlier. So, and make sure you go to Kai's channel to check out him destroying me in all mini games available. I think I only beat him once out of like, I don't know, 6 times. So go to Kai's channel and check that out. And as always, family, thanks for coming by. I still got that announcement coming soon about the channel and also really important defensive tutorial this weekend. So make sure you come by on the weekend to check that out. And yeah, thank you. And I'll see all of you next time.